In this video, I explain symbol of 5x2 direction control valves and two types of 5x2 DCV. First type is the sliding type and second one is the rotary spool types. So first we understand the introductions and symbol of 5x2 DCV. 5x2 DCV is used to operate double acting cylinder. It has 5 port namely. So here you see in a 5x2, first digit is 5. 5 means there is a 5 port is used, and second digit is the 2. That means there is a 2 position is possible in this DCV. So here you see this is the symbol of 5x2 DCV. So this first square is indicate first position, second square is indicate the second position. Here the spring symbol is that means it is a spring return types, and it is the how it is operate means it is operate by using the palm switch type button. Here you see that is the first port, it is the P port. Okay, so pump port P means hydraulic oil coming from the pump, it's enter here in a P port. Second one is the cylinder port A and B. So here you see this is a port A, port B. In a second position same thing is indicated, there is a port, this B port. Okay, here this is T1, this P, and this is T2. And here two tank port is used, that is a T1 and T2. So we compared the 5x2 with 4x2. Okay, so what is the simple difference? That is a in 4x2 only one tank port is there. In a 5 port there is a 2 tank port is there, that is a T1 and T2. Now first we understand 5x2 sliding spool valve. So here you see this is the diagrams of the 5x2 sliding spool valve. So the figure show spring return type sliding spool valve. So here you see this is the spring returns. Why this spring is provided? For the return of the spool to its original positions. Okay, it has a spring loaded spool inside the valve body. The section we use indicate it is a valve body, and inside this valve body you see this is the spool, and here this is the spring. In a figure it is a palm button operated spring return type valve. So here this symbol is for the palm button operations. And you see this is a different 5 port is that this is T1, tank port 1, pump port P, tank port T2, and cylinder port A and cylinder port B. So this A port is connected with the cap end of the actuators, and the B port is connected with the rod end of the actuators. In spool position as shown in a figure A means this is the figure A. Okay, and there is a connections from P to A and B to T2. So here you see oil coming from the pump in a P port. Suppose it is used for the hydraulic system, then the oil is coming, and suppose it is used for the pneumatic system, then the compressed air or a gas is coming. So here you see what amount of fluid is coming in a port P. It is supplied to the A port, and from the B port, this B port is connected with the rod end. Okay, so the fluid coming back in a B port, it is supplied to the tank port T2. And this A port is connected with the cap end. That means the cylinder is extend. So here return, hence the double acting cylinder is extend. Now here you see this is the second position or a figure B. When the palm button is pressed, so here you see this is the palm button and it is pressed, then this sliding spool is moving inside, and this spring is the compressed and the positions of the valve is changed. Okay, so when the button is pressed, the spool position is shown in this figure B. There is a connections from P to B and A to T1. So here you see this is the P port. Okay, and P port is connected with the B. In earlier first position, P port is connected with the A, means fluid coming in a P port is supplied to B port, and from the B port it is go to the rod end port. And when the fluid is supplied on rod end port, the cylinder is start to retract. Okay, when it is retract, the fluid on the cap end side is enter in a port, and from the A port it is supplied to the T1 port, and from the T1 port it is supplied to the tank or a reservoirs. And here you see that the T2 port is a closed conditions. Okay, so here same thing is mentioned, there is a connections from P to B and A to T1. Working fluid flow to the rod end port of the cylinders and comes out from the cap end port, hence the double acting cylinder is retracts. Now next we understand the spool type, rotary spool type. Before moving on that, I request to like the video and subscribe my channels for watching the more video related to the OHP as well as other subject of the mechanical engineering. For the various video of the OHP, link is provided in descriptions as well as in a card. Card mean on the top right screen of your mobiles or laptop you see these I symbols. Okay, and for other subject I request to visit the playlist. Now 5x2 rotary spool valve. Here you see this is the two figures for the 5x2. This is for the positions 1 and this is for the positions 2. Okay, that is a figure A and figure B. Here you see this is the valve body, means outer rotary component is the valve body. Okay, and in this valve that is a various 5 slot is provided. 5 slot means 5 port is provided. Okay, this is a P port, A port, tank port T1, tank port T2, and this is cylinder port B. And this every port is provided at an angle of 72 degree. Why 72 degree? Because the circle degree is 360. Okay, and 360 is divided by 5, we get the answer 72. So every port is provided at the 72 degree. It has rotary spool inside the valve body, and the spool is rotated through 72 degree to operate the valve. Okay, so this is the valve body, and inside the valve body the spool is provided, and this spool is the rotary types, and we need to rotate this spool by 72 degree. In a spool position as shown in a figure A, there is a connections from P to A and B to T1. Okay, so here you see this T1 port is the close, and the connection is from the P port to the A port, means fluid is coming in a P port, it's supplied it to the port A, and from the port A it is supplied it to the cap and sides of the actuators. So when the oil is supplied it to the cap and side, the cylinder is extend, and when the cylinder is extends, the oil outlet is coming in a B port of the cylinder, and from the B port it is supplied it to the T2 port, and from the T2 ports the fluid is supplied back to the tank or a reservoir. That means the double acting cylinder is extends. When the spool is rotated through the 72 degree, means when we need to change the positions of this port, we need to rotate this spool to the 72 degree. And for the rotation of the 72 degree, here you see this is the second diagrams in a figure 2. Okay, in a figure 2 you see that is the connections is from the P to B, means fluid enter in a P port is supplied it to the B port, and B port is connected with the road side of the actuators or a cylinders. Okay, so when we supplied the fluid to the road sides, at that time the cylinder is retract. Okay, and oil present on the cap and side is supplied it to this A port. Okay, and from the A port it is supplied it to the tank port T1, and from the tank port T1 it is supplied it to the tank or a reservoir. That means the double acting cylinder is retract. So again I repeat this. So there is a connections from P to B and A to T1. So here you see this P port, and P port is connected with the B. B port is connected with the road side, means cylinder is retract, and oil present to the cap and side is supplied it to the A port, and from the A port it is supplied it to T1, means it is a connection from A to T1. And here you see this T2 port is on the close condition. So working fluid flow to the rod end port of the cylinder and comes out from the cap end ports, hence the double acting cylinder is retract. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned something, then like the video, subscribe my channels for watching the more video related to OHP and mechanical engineering, and don't forget to share channel with your friends.